Hello everyone.
After 12 years in Thailand, this is what is shocking me about Canada. No, I'm not going to tell you right now. It's a guy that went to, well, actually, he lived in Germany. He's been living in Germany for 7 years, now a YouTube channel, and he's going to tell you what's shocking about the US. And it's interesting, as I just said, I've been living in Thailand for 12 years. I have 12 dogs. I have a beautiful wife.
Thank you.
And I have my reason why I left Canada and why I don't go back. I mean, you don't need to go to Germany if you want to leave North America. You can go. There's other option, you know. Germany is way more expensive. Us as YouTubers, if we were living in Germany, we would be broke homeless. So we can afford to do what we do because we are in Thailand, so the cost of living is not too crazy. So
Yeah.
yes, let's get
Let's get
started.
started.
I have lived in a small German town called Schwäbisch Hall.
Oh, that looks nice.
I have lived in a small German town.
This look nice. Wait, they have the mountain, and I feel like there's water not far. The houses are so nice. It's funny. That's why I like Europe so much because the style of the house look very ancient, but like still so beautiful. It's like in a
For
mountain,
the past
right?
7 years. I am currently back at my home in the States, and I am getting bombarded with reverse culture shock.
I am very uncomfortable going in here.
Quite shocking to see.
This is where Americans come to get groceries. They put it all in one spot.
That's none of your business. Why would you ask me that?
We made it in.
Biggest reverse culture shock. Thank God I'm never gonna go back to Canada. Well, to visit my parents I will, but I'm broke. But I will never go back to live in Canada.
This one drives me crazy.
What is it?
This is a pepper, also known as a paprika. How much do you think this costs?
79 cents.
How expensive grocery prices are.
79 cents.
$1.50.
That's bullcrap.
Isn't that crazy?
Oh, actually this one is expensive in Thailand.
Yeah, because it's imported. I mean, the
Yeah.
Thai chili is not.
Yeah. Thank God I'm not really eating that.
But this one,
More
yeah.
for foreign food.
I mean, but I don't think it's that expensive. $1.50 for one? I think it's quite expensive, right?
Especially healthier food.
Basically twice the price that it is in Germany.
Fruits and vegetables are way higher priced here, at least in Oregon compared to in Germany.
And it's not just fruits and
No, but in Thailand, that's true that like if you want like apple or blueberry or strawberry or orange, it's going to be expensive. But if you want mango, passion fruit, dragon fruit, lychee, things that are more exotic in Europe, in North America, it's very cheap in Thailand. So it's like the complete reverse pricing. Like what is
Yeah,
expensive in
like-
Germany is cheap in Thailand.
Like you eat in like season, mango season, like what is it, watermelon season, thing like that.
And it's so cheap.
Yeah.
When I mean cheap, it's extremely cheap.
vegetables. Other staples such as meat, eggs, and cheese are more expensive as well.
Yeah, everything is...
Cheese is 2 times more expensive in Thailand than it is in the US. So imagine how more expensive it is compared to Germany because all the cheese in Thailand is imported.
Yeah,
So-
and cannot even touch cream cheese.
Yeah.
Even it's
You know
so
the
good.
Philadelphia cream cheese plastic thing? You know what I mean? It's almost like it's $6, $6 in Thailand. It's twice more than in Canada. And any cheese that you, like the brie cheese that is like a triangle, it's at least like $3.50, $4.
Never be able to eat that
Never
cheese.
be able to-
Only the processed one.
We're stuck with the processed slice of cheese.
Even though it's too expensive.
Because if we take the real cheese, it's gonna be like
finish in one day.
it's gonna be
oh
like
my God.
12 slice for like $4 or $5. It's crazy. We
Yeah.
can afford
Very
it.
expensive. I was looking it up. Actually, you can compare a lot of the prices. Check out some of these price differentials.
There's a cost of living calculator where I compared
Is using a website. I know this website. I don't remember the name, but it's a website where traveler backpacker from all around the world, they are the one that make those lists. And
Wow.
it's a total of everyone that have kind of entered the price and they make an average of all the price. And this is the result.
Wow.
And that's how you can compare many city around the world and even city within the same country. You can compare everything. Even the rent, the transportation, the gas, it's a whole cost of living, not just for the food, but for everything.
of different items between Germany
Yeah.
and Portland, Oregon. Tomatoes, 125.2% more expensive. Apples, 130.2%. Oranges, 134.7% more expensive in Portland, Oregon than in
And
Germany.
you see why a lot of Americans are unhealthy because it is so much cheaper to eat low quality or fast food here in the States. This is often why in the States poverty and obesity are related just because of fast
look,
food here.
that's
in the States. This is
interesting.
often why in the
The poverty map and then the obesity map. And you can see that when it's dark blue in the south, right, where they are very conservative, you can see that it's also the obesity map is on their area. And the whole left side of the US, they are not obese because they are less poor in general. And the top right near Canada also, which is the same thing.
In the States, poverty and obesity are related just because it
I
is
like his video, honestly, because it's very informative.
so difficult for people to eat healthily at a reasonable price. And I'm noticing this when we go grocery shopping.
Do you know what? I think in Thailand it's really good because a lot of vegetable that we can grow too. So
Yeah.
you not really care about like any like grocery at all. But what's wrong in the US? You cannot grow something.
Yeah, but there's not a lot of people, like the people that are farmer, right? Are the people that are going to be where it's blue, the left side, the middle of the country, where not a lot of people live there.
Poverty and obesity at a reasonable price. And I'm noticing this when we go grocery shopping here. Behind me, we have a marijuana dispensary, a store where you can just go in and buy weed. It looks like a regular store. It looks like a coffee shop. Nice on the outside, and these are everywhere.
If you are 21 or older in my state of Oregon and a handful of other states, marijuana is totally legal not just for medical purposes, but for recreational as well.
In Thailand, it's recent from a year ago, but you can buy marijuana drink at the 7-Eleven store, at the corner of every street, at the restaurant. You can have brownies, you can have like coffee with marijuana in it, you can have anything. Yeah.
Germany, marijuana seems to be much more of a taboo subject, whereas in the States, it's much more open and much more...
I read recently that it's becoming legal though. Or maybe I'm confusing with another country, but is it becoming legal in Germany? I read that it is now.
And it's kind of crazy because this
seen it
big
in another video.
boom, especially the recreational side of it, kind of happened while I was over in Germany. So to come from a culture where it's a little more hush-hush taboo to a culture in Oregon where it is mainstream, it's all over the place and totally legal is quite shocking.
I mean, it's legal, right? It's totally legal. Okay.
It's kind of wild to me. People almost
went
treat
famous.
politics here like a sport. People will have bumper stickers of their favorite or preferred political candidate, or they'll have signs of their name in their yard, or even flags of their favorite political candidates. This is something that you do not see in Germany. I feel like in Germany, people's political leanings are much more private for the most part, or at least are not displayed like a sports team flag. It's like so funny. You'll see, a bumper sticker with a political candidate and then an NFL team. It's just like, feels like it's a sport. Kind of wild to see. This one is quite interesting, and it is shared by many Americans that I know that went over to Europe and now come back in the States, and also with Laura, is that for the first few days of coming back to the States, you feel just a little bit sick.
When I started eating American food, I got really sick, my tummy hurt, and then I started to get all bloated.
So this is true, but not just for the US. Suji and I, especially me, when we travel, when we went to Cambodia for the first time and we lived there for a year, first week I was completely sick. When I go to Malaysia for a visa run, I get sick. Every time that you change environment, I get sick with the air, I get sick with the food, and it's extremely normal. So him, if he has been to Germany for 7 years and come back to the US, he will get sick. It's not because of the food of the US, it's because you change your culture.
Bacteria.
And it's not the same for everyone, by the way. I think Suji has never been overseas, but she has been to a lot of countries in Asia, so maybe that's why she's okay, but it's a real thing.
Depression, that was from something else. But nonetheless, the food made me sick. So that was my reverse culture shock. Oh, gotta take this. Yep.
So it's not only because of the US,
low-grade
for everything.
nausea. And it happens to me almost every single time I come back to the States after being in Germany for a prolonged period. And my theory is that my body, having lived in Germany for many months at a time, has gotten used to not having all of these American chemicals and preservatives and stuff in the food. And then
I'm not sure that it's just because of that, because as I just said, I've traveled to other countries, and every time that I travel, I always get sick upon arriving. The first time that I came to Thailand, the first 2 weeks, I was knocked out. I was dead. I could not handle the food. I was like sick 2 weeks. Every country is gonna have some sort of chemical. And it's true for every country.
I think especially like
food,
people like
my
you
body
too
is just
gonna
shocked
get worse.
at the amount of chemicals and different things that we put in our food, and it has like a negative reaction to it.
We are going to a high school football game. Woo, sunset! You got the face paint?
Having football, my football, American football, be the most popular sport Obviously, in Germany, American football is a smaller sport, more of a niche sport. It is growing, but it is not popular like the way it is here in the States. We went to a high school football game, and it was so fun and cool to
American
see just
football.
how football-centric
culture in
American
America
culture
is
is. The
crazy.
whole community
Baseball,
coming to this
basketball,
high school football game.
ice hockey.
Little kids, the youth teams, all the way up to parents and grandparents, and seeing how football is just a very prominent and important part of American culture. I love that. It is so fun. High school sports are
What
great.
sport do you guys play in Germany? I was trying to think. You're not that good at ice hockey. You're maybe
Football.
7 or 8 in the world. Oh, you mean we call that soccer?
Football, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you're true. You're very good at football.
Great. Football is great, and it is very
Football.
positively shocking for me to be back in that.
So picture this, is the first couple days that I'm back here in the States, I picked up Laura, we're about to head south on a little road trip. We stop at sort of this drive-through cafe, coffee shop place, and the cashier is so talkative and so friendly and asking, hey, so what are you guys up to today? And I actually froze for a second thinking, that's none of your business, why would you ask me? Then I kind of realized again, okay, I'm back in the States, this is totally normal to have this small talk, friendly interaction with people. Always like when you're paying by card or something, it takes a couple seconds. There's that kind of little moment.
I'm gonna
That's
be
what-
honest. He's gonna say that he prefers Germany. I like the way we do it in Canada, which is very similar to the US. I think it's better, especially if you're like. I feel like human interaction always ended up being more positive than negative.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a good thing. I went to shave earlier today, right? And Suji, during the whole time, she was talking with the barber.
Yeah.
It's normal thing to do to communicate like this in Thailand too, and I think to me it's much better. It's just interacting, not staying in your own bubble.
Yeah, but it just sometimes there used to be a salon, right, that I went to wash my hair. Sometimes they talk too much. I don't like it too. Like they ask everything, like getting deeper and deeper. Sometimes it's get me also like scared. But now they're not really speaking.
But like the coffee worker, right? She's a human. She make minimum salary. You try to like treat other human like human and make her day less boring in a way. I mean, I think it's
Oftentimes people
good.
are like, so what are you doing today? It's just your classic American friendliness, but this does not happen in Germany at all. And so I was really shocked
It's
when
sad
that
to me
happened
that it
in
doesn't
my
happen.
first couple days back here in the States. Now I'm back used to it again. You guys know I love the pleasant American small talk. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing. But when you've been in Germany for a long time and you've gotten used to more
love it.
German
Yeah, you like it,
interactions
okay,
or
thank
lack
God.
thereof,
You like it?
some cashier that you don't know asking you, what are you up to today or what are you up to this weekend, felt a little invasive at first glance.
What you have here is a
Strip mall. So I mentioned strip malls. We have one of those kind of close to our house. Maybe it's a kilometer away. And Laura and I have been very European. We've been walking down to the strip mall to the coffee shop. And during these walks, we kind of noticed basically how much of an afterthought pedestrians are. Like how long it takes for the light to turn green for the pedestrians compared to the cars.
get a real sense of the car supremacy
This is
in
the
the
thing.
United
This
States.
is the thing in Canada too. You have a button, right, that you can press, but sometimes it takes forever. And in Thailand, you make your own rules. You just cross and you do some zigzag. In Thailand, nobody's going to give you a ticket.
No,
or
I mean,
call the police.
even in the capital, you're gonna need to be careful to,
The pedestrian is a second-class citizen
Yeah,
compared
I
to
understand
drivers
the
of
struggle.
cars.
It's also
To be
interesting.
fair to the the US and Canada, they are such large country in terms of like how big it is and how long distance the car have to travel from one point to another that they don't want to stop every 2 seconds for someone walking. And also like there's not a lot of train, bus and public transport in North America. So people are fed up with on their car already. They don't want to stop for you. It's selfish, but it shows a bigger problem with the way these Canada and the US is designed, right?
There's certain places on the road where I feel like in Germany, there would be crosswalks here, or the kind of like natural crossings for pedestrians. But at least in the area that I live, there are not crosswalks there. So we always have to jaywalk to get across the street.
We just crossed the street, but we had to wait a long time because there's no
yeah, they call it
crosswalks and
jaywalk.
everything is more made for the cars.
This one's pretty sad, and it's just the amount of homeless people and tents everywhere, especially driving around the city on a lot of different intersections. There are always homeless people with signs asking for money there, or groups of people, or a lot of tents off on the side of the road, and kind of like these little tent communities. It's very
really
sad.
interesting to see the dynamic, because in Thailand there are a lot of people. I don't think there's that many homeless people, but there's a lot of people that do similar thing right at the light, right? When they're waiting, they will try to sell you juice. They will try to send you like the little flour or Buddha to put into your car, and I don't think they're perceived as homeless.
No, they are not. That one, they have jobs.
They're kind of working in a way. There's not a lot of homeless. They're doing something, because there's not a lot of regulation, so the cops is not going to go after people trying to... If you try to sell something in the street in Thailand, nobody's going to try to block you and say, oh, it's illegal to sell your lemonade, or it's illegal to try to sell something that you buy somewhere else.
Mostly homeless here, you're going to see when they collect the can, trash, thing like that. And also, like, if you go in the big town, you're going to see a lot of them too sometimes. But where we live, in countryside, we don't really see them.
But the stigma behind homelessness, it's a lot different in Thailand. Like the way that people look at homeless people in Thailand versus the way that they look where I'm from in Canada, it's a lot more negative the way that they look at them in Canada. Like stealing your money, people harassing you, they're scared of you.
Yes, actually.
I feel like it's not that common in Thailand.
Oh!
With the homeless.
It is.
It is?
Yeah, sometimes when, especially drug, that's going on about drug that is kind of free right now, a little bit. And like people also scared. There's a guy, homeless guy, he used to carry a knife all the time and try to trade people. But then they try to ask the police, please capture that. And then police arrested that guy, but then just let him out again. He's been there for almost 10 times, but no one can do anything because he had something.
Yeah, well,
with
homelessness
his brain.
is obviously related to mental illness, but like it's often we will go to a 7-Eleven and we'll see maybe an homeless on the side of the building with some dogs, and it's not, I feel like the taboo, it's not the same as it is in North America when it comes to homelessness.
It's pretty shocking to see, especially after living in a small German town for so many years, where this just does not really exist. How incomprehensibly large the United States is. I really noticed this with driving down to Yosemite with Laura the other week, and we're just driving for hours and hours and hours and barely passing through another state.
Yeah.
It took like 7 hours to get through my state to the next state.
We are moving through southern Oregon now, soon going to cross into the Nevada border.
If you drive like that in Europe, you're going to be driving through 3 different countries with 3 different cultures, with 3 different languages. Of course,
that was one of my shock when I realized that all you guys in the European Union, you can go from one country to another, no passport. And when you go from Germany to Switzerland or Germany to the Netherlands, there's a sign that will show you that you entered the other country, but it looked the same. Like you cannot tell the difference.
Like it's another country, but
yeah, it
like
shocked me.
Province.
How easy is this to access another country and how quick you can go to another country. As a Canadian, just go to the US can be a treacherous task. Or from Thailand, going to Laos or Malaysia or Vietnam or Cambodia can also, like, that you're entering a new country. It's not like you just go and easy peasy. That shocked me to know how easy it is.
Yeah.
Populated cities, but the space in between there is wild to think about. When we drove down to Yosemite, we went for an hour and a half without seeing another building or a gas station. It actually got kind of scary. We were worried that we were going to get stranded in the middle of nowhere.
Guys, Tawandang, German brewery, rosé beer. I'm supposed to chill it, pour 2/3, swirl, and top off, but I don't know what that means, so I'm going to drink it. Oh, it's not bad actually. It's Thai from 1999, but it's German brewery. It's interesting. We did this at the intersection. I don't drink beer often, but I was like, oh, we have a German channel, and we went to a small shop on the side of the street, and I saw something that said German brewery on it. So I was like, okay. Behind it says German beer purity law, but the rest is in Thai, so I don't know what it says. There's malt in it, hops, and yeast. It's only 4% alcohol. It's quite good though. See Oliver dog?
We go doing vaccine.
Yeah, we are going to give them vaccine.
Per year. One time per year.
We only have 5 dogs. We have 7 more at home. So anyway, we're arriving now. I will stop the video. Didn't expect to do this. See you in the next video.